Hi, I'm Scott Farquhar. I'm the CEO of Atlassian, and you're watching Civic Media.
Hi there. I'm here with one of the founders of Atlassian. Who are you?
I'm Scott Farquhar. Thanks for interviewing me today, Mark.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time.
Yep.
Precious moment. You're preparing a big user conference, right?
Yeah, we've got our Atlassian Summit coming up in a week's time. We have about 1,700 people from a little over 30 countries flying in to have 2 days of our user conference.
Okay, and are you going to be speaking yourself also?
Yeah, we've got a keynote on the first day, so I'll get up on stage and let people know
Mike,
what we've got coming up.
You and Mike together?
Yeah, I don't want to ruin all the surprise, but both of us will be on stage.
Yeah, my next question is, what's the content? What are you going to say?
What's the content? Oh, okay, I'll get the slides out and go through it now. Yeah.
Can you give me the two-sentence wrap-up?
No, we're really excited about a lot of the products that we've shipped already, and there's some products that we haven't announced yet that we'll be announcing on stage.
Awesome. Are you also going to be announcing an IPO date?
Oh no! I thought I'd announce right now. Actually, the IPO.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, no, it's with you.
So, just tell me the date. So,
no, we don't talk about kind of any of those plans.
Do you plan that at all?
About IPO?
Yeah.
I think at some stage in the future, right? Most companies head towards being a public company. So that's most likely in our future.
Okay, let's talk about customers of us together that use Atlassian software.
Yep.
What we get as one of your partners a lot is customers, especially big corporations, who say, "Oh, we are spending so much money on licenses of Atlassian. We want to have a vote. We want to have them hear what we say and program what we need."
Yep.
But they don't do. They just let us create jack issues and collect votes and wait, and we don't know what the roadmap is, and we feel that they don't listen to what we say. But aren't we important customers for them?
So what's the question?
The question is, what do I do if I'm a big corporation to steer what Atlassian programs tomorrow?
Yeah, so Atlassian, as you know, we have 30,000 companies in about 130 countries around the world. And so the way we have to approach kind of the way we build products is we want to build products that appeal to most people. And so our product management process involves getting feedback from all of our customers around the world, whether big or small, and making sure we build the best product for them. Because as you know, if we build our product just for 5 or 10 companies, we wouldn't be as successful as we are today. That said, over the last year we spent a huge amount of effort on enterprise features. So Jira and Confluence have both drastically changed the scalability of their products. We've implemented a whole bunch of features such as rename user and a lot of administration functions to really tailor to those big companies. So over the last year we've been a much larger investment, I guess, in servicing those larger companies you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like the main theme is almost always there are these many bugs, and those are enterprise bugs. We need that versioning, history, auditing, blah blah blah. But they don't tackle that. Do they? Can I do it? Is there a step-to-step thing?
Yeah.
Can I pay money?
Yeah. So we don't. We have to deal with 30,000 customers. So there's ways around that. One is that again we invest heavily in those enterprise features. Second is that we run a public bug tracker, an issue tracker, and feature request tracker, and we're one of the few companies that do that. So it's somewhat exacerbated. Big companies always want more and more. It's just we're one of the few vendors that they can actually see where those issues are, which I think net is a huge positive, that our customers can collaborate and interact with us as a company. But in some cases it then leads to kind of the publicity and the transparency ends up people thinking they can't.
This bug is so old. There's so many votes. Look at the comments.
And lastly, if there's people, if there are really specific things that people want, we have a incredible plugin API for people to build some of the features themselves. We have a huge marketplace of add-ons available. So we have over 2,000 available add-ons in our marketplace, of which 300 are commercially available add-ons. And so we have a huge number of kind of additional solutions on top. And lastly, there's vendors like yourself where our partners, if you want, if there's something really specific you need, an integration or something done that's tailored to you, we have partners that they can work with.
How do I know as a customer when to employ Civic Media to do such custom work and when to wait for Atlassian because they'll probably build that and I'll get it in the next update?
The way we think about it is, we prefer vendors not to, kind of partners of ours to not build core features of Atlassian because sometimes it ends up as duplication. I don't think there's a blanket rule as to which things get built in each case. I think that best would be to sit down with someone like yourself and you would, be aware of, what our roadmap looks like and what types of things that we've historically built into the product. So I think an expert would be the best person to advise you on that.
Yeah, the problem is for me with this topic also that I often have your role, and now I try to imagine what customers think. I fully agree that this open bug tracker and the way you do it is fine. Still, there's a lot of struggling and frustration with the customers. So thanks for these answers. Coming to some more general things about Atlassian, which is the most successful product that you have? Like, which has the most customers? I think
a lot of products are successful, but the largest sort of selling product is Jira.
Okay.
And that's also our oldest product, so it's sort of had more time in the market. The product that has the most number of people using it is probably Confluence.
Okay.
Confluence gets deployed more widely throughout an organization. Jira's more the technical teams involved, and Confluence can have the marketing team, the HR team, the support team all collaborating in Confluence.
How many employees do you have at this point in time?
As of Monday, I checked, we have 775 FTEs, so including contractors and full-time employees around the world. So, 3/4 of 1,000 people.
What's the role of partners for your growth, for your ecosystem, and so on?
Yeah, so our vision is that Atlassian software can help every team in the world to achieve greatness, build better software themselves, to kind of achieve what they can as a company. And there's a whole bunch of teams that can't use our stuff off the shelf. They need customizations. They may not have the in-house expertise to do the work, or they may not hear about Atlassian except through an expert like yourself. So we find experts are really crucial to us achieving our mission of helping every company to become a software company.
Okay. How do you think should customers decipher when to use a partner and when to go and buy directly through Atlassian and help themselves?
I think the choice to use a partner is always up to the customer. So if you want professional services, if you want someone to help, not hand-holding, but kind of sort of lead you and kind of do the professional services or do the setup and installation or integration or best practices, all those types of things can be really aided by using an expert.
If I buy Atlassian software, let's stay with the partners more. There's one specific partner that I have in mind.
Who would that be?
Actually, it would be probably Civic Media that I'm working for.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about this company? Can you say anything about?
Yeah, I think I heard about them. So Civic Media, I've been pretty, you're one of our top partners. You're in we have a Charlie Club for partners that have reached sort of the upper echelon of sales in a year, and Civic Media is one of those partners. And like all the partners, we're kind of really proud of how you guys have helped thousands of our customers around the world. The thing I specifically like about Civic Media is how you take our word out to customers who wouldn't have heard it directly. That's what I think, together we want Atlassian and partners to kind of reach out to a base that, that wouldn't have heard of Atlassian by themselves. And you and your company have done a great job of, both bringing it to the German language, which I think you've done a great job of, and also taking it to companies and teams who wouldn't have heard of us directly.
If you would have to condense all this into one adjective, what is Civic Media as an adjective? What comes to mind?
Energy.
Okay, cool. Why?
You asked for a word.
No, I asked for why. Why energy?
Sorry? That's just what comes to mind.
Okay, awesome. Is there any specific situation that we or you had with our company in mind that you can recall that kind of sticks?
No, I mean, as I said, I think the same reason I'm impressed is that you reach out to companies, right? So, your email newsletter, I have to translate it from German to English. So that's that.
I heard your children are starting to learn German.
Yeah.
Is
So
that right?
so my wife's mother actually was in a German colony in Namibia, and so she's teaching my sons how to speak German. So I presume you're teaching your kids how to speak English. So.
Actually, my wife still says they're too young, but we do sometimes. They listen in when I talk to someone on Skype and so and ask me, and so we've been to English-speaking countries, but we're not that far. But I was thinking if I should recommend you passing this newsletter to your kids, but I don't think it's a very
no, I don't think they're
good
read it, right? So,
yeah, it's all this Atlassian stuff, and I don't know. There's a Confluence and Jira annual design annual that we'll carry out a study where we ask especially big customers, 500 users and above in licenses, how to use it, what are your best practices, and try to condense this into a study.
Sounds like a good idea.
Exactly. And the question is, could you say some words that I could recycle in our marketing about how do you like such an idea of a Confluence or Jira design annual?
I think it's great that you're taking initiative to reach out to your customers and find out more about what needs they have. I think that's a really smart idea.
What's the main questions that customers have when they reach out for such a study? What do you think? What do they look for? So are there best practices, or is it plugins that?
It's your study. I guess you'll have to work it out. Like, that's a great thing about customers. They always surprise you with the things you didn't know that they were going to ask.